Hi, what's up? I'm Andre from the YouTube channel Black Nerd Comedy, Eddie, the Blue Ranger on Power Rangers Hyperforce, and you're watching Power Rangers Action Activate.
Welcome, friends, neighbors, enemies, once again to Action Activate. I am Gazbot, and with me, as always,
Big Dawg Defender, ready for yet another Beast Morphers episode.
Beast Morphers episode 17 to be exact. This is 17, 18, 19, 20, so they're including this one. There are 4 more till the end of the season, but as we're reviewing these out of order, this is our second to last review. If you're watching them in order, that's confusing. I'm sorry, but Are you do you have anything you want to say before we go in, or you just want to jump right in?
This episode, I don't remember the name, but we're going to see it in a sec. Don't tell me yet. To me, I always remember it as Dino Dilemma is the name I came up with for it, but
not the name, I can tell you that.
But, you know, it seems if I said that to you, like, oh, do you remember the Beast Morphers episode, Dino Dilemma? You'd be like, oh, is it the one where, and then spoiler free.
I will tell you, you still don't want me to tell you the title?
I'm about to find it out.
Okay, well, it's spiritually accurate. Like what you're saying is kind of correct in terms of the idea they're trying to present with the title, and they both have alliteration in them. So there you go.
You know what? Let's cut the jib jab, Gazbot. Let's just get into it.
My jab's been cut. All right, we're gonna do the countdown.
Yes, and I went to the wrong screen, and now I'm on the right screen.
Oh. Mine's on the left.
5,
4. Oh, you're doing it at a weird pace. 3, 2, 1. Rangers, press play.
Come on, team. Give it on you.
Fossil Frenzy. I was close.
Fossil Frenzy, yeah. Well, I said it kind of spiritually makes sense.
Yeah. I really liked this opening. It makes very little sense other than like an homage to Batman Begins.
I kind of took it as supposed to remind us that, like, the actors can perform stunts and things like that, I guess.
Hey, big bro. Go ahead without me.
Oh, careful, sis.
Oh, how did you hurt your arm?
Oh, let me move this so I'm not
I
staring
hurt
off
my
this
arm
night.
being a big inconsiderate dummy.
And now, has she mentioned her brother before? I know we haven't met him before.
I feel like in the last episode, maybe as foreshadowing,
but not like, because you would think it would have come up with like Abe, you know, and his whole no family and then Steel.
This new pterodactyl had wings bigger than a condor, teeth like a T-Rex. I'm calling it the Vulturesaurus.
The Vulturesaurus.
Where did you find this?
I feel like he described it so awesome.
Yeah.
But the name.
Tunnel Peak? That is dangerous.
is it possible for you to turn up the volume for the show on your end?
Yeah.
An interview tomorrow.
How's that?
Man, that sounds like
Good?
a
Much better.
thing.
Yep.
Well, not quite. Need to run a test to see if there's any DNA in this thing to confirm that it's a new species. Can anyone at Good Battle
I
Force
feel like
help?
the music doesn't really fit. I love that they're still, like, the actual actors are fighting in the background, not just extras.
Probably.
Yeah.
Of course, I only work in laundry, but I
Oh,
know
dear.
someone in the lab. I'm sure he'll help.
Great. Guard it with your life. My entire future relies on this fossil.
Of course.
This is so
I'll
ominous.
text you
Yeah,
when it's done.
yeah.
Okay, gotta run now.
I literally
See.
almost died getting this. If you even think about doing, don't even open it. Don't even look at it. You're already putting it at risk.
Pickles! Pickles!
Pickles.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
they're dog
right.
sitting.
Yes.
Dog sitting for Dad, and we lost that rascal. Have you seen him?
No, but
I like how they wander into the
They're a
middle of the
little busy.
combat training.
I know. It looks like they're all just gonna beat them.
Yeah.
Again!
Little color homage. Got pink and green. in
Green.
there.
Yeah.
don't worry. I got him.
Stealing food again.
Thanks, Robbie. Of course. Come here, buddy.
Was the dog in it before? Or are we thinking out of order?
I don't remember seeing the dog before, but
Okay.
maybe he was a long time ago.
Surging through me. Finally, my full strength is restored.
Whoa, yes, sirree!
Wow!
Back to your old self.
At last, my plans can begin
Yes,
to move
sirree.
forward. But it's no thanks to you, Roxy.
Love the hand
You've done
movements.
nothing but
Yeah.
fail. Unlike Blaze, who has served me well.
Blaze, who's secretly
It would be
juicing.
wise for the
Yeah.
rest of you to be more like him.
I mean, she has flower power, so it's kind of even.
Prove myself. Somehow.
But I guess it's like a permanent upgrade, whereas he, like, if he runs out of Morphex, and also if Evox knew he was using Morphex, he'd probably be pissed. It's like
True.
Evox wants it.
Thanks, Nate.
Oh yeah, Beast Bots, remember them? They were such a big part of the show early on.
I know. Why? Why would you take it out?
Also, well,
Hey, Nate.
we'll get
Are
there.
you ready? We need to get these DNA results back to Mike.
I'll just be a few more minutes. Then I can help you clean it.
Oh, I can clean it. No problem.
The solvent is in the orange bottle.
It's in the orange bottle.
Orange bottle.
Okay. Oh, that is an orange bottle, to be fair.
Yep.
Now here is my issue. A, even if that was correct, that's a lot of solvent.
There we go.
B,
Nate, the container melted.
B,
I
why?
would immediately run and grab it.
Metachloric
Yeah.
acid.
Yeah.
That one is the cleaning solvent.
Yeah. What? Why? I didn't remember. Full disclosure, this is my second time watching it, and I guess yours as well.
Yeah.
I did not remember how bad that was. I
it's
thought
pretty
she put it in the tray, and then she added it, and it melted it. And I was gonna say, why didn't she test the little piece first? But it's melting the thing at the table, and she. Oh, there was no. The mistake. Yeah, the
no
mistake
remorse.
of acid is a dumb one, but understandable and forgivable. The leaving it on the table to be melted, that's bad.
Oh no! No! Oh, Mike's fossil!
And they could have tried to grab tongs or something to pick it up,
It's
and
gone. Every last trace.
actually, it didn't melt the table.
I'm
That is
so
some
sorry, Zoe.
good table material.
It's made of Morphex.
I should have known.
It's Mike.
Oh, my brother just called. What am I going to tell him that I ruined his future and that he needs to murder me with seppuku because he said to guard it with his life?
Yep. I mean, he didn't break his arm for nothing over there. I just realized the credits came really early in this episode. Usually they're like 10 minutes in. I feel like we're only like 2 minutes in. We already had the credits.
Because it's boring.
Yeah, I agree.
Zoe.
Hey, just going to have this juice that I'm going to immediately not
okay?
want because you're going to make me lose my appetite.
See, not everyone functions that way. If I had bad news, I'd be like, I'm so glad I got this juice.
In the lab, and
They?
completely destroyed your fossil.
The whole thing?
It
Right,
hurts
good question. The
fast.
whole
It was
thing?
A stupid mistake.
My scholarship interview is tomorrow. I've got nothing.
He was
now.
cutting it a little
Can you get
close, to
another
be fair.
sample?
No way. This happened last time. I can't go back. But without that fossil.
You won't get the scholarship.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Don't worry, Zoe.
I don't.
This whole episode is a giant plot hole that is filled with fossils that were good episodes of Power Rangers.
Hey, Mike.
You could be mean to Ravi.
What's up with him?
Yeah, really. That was rude.
Oh, I just killed his hopes and dreams, you know.
Yeah, but he could have been like, "Hey, Ravi," or not now, Ravi. I'm sad."
Really sad. My fault.
That's true.
I have to do something.
If you almost discovered a new species, there's no reason that people should like be traversing this like free
Are
solo.
you sure?
Yeah,
I'd be happy to
No.
like, and I imagine he would have like taken pictures and documented the whole thing and known where it is and been able to be like, "Look, it got destroyed, but I have proof it got destroyed." And like, climbing a mountain and finding a fossil, even if it wasn't a new one, that's still pretty good to get into school. You know what I mean? He's not asking for money from the government or something.
Zoe's brother discovered exactly the DNA I need, and it's somewhere on that mountain.
Dino bird fossil.
It's an
I'm only
Archaeopteryx.
picking up rocks and. Oh,
What a sound effect!
Yeah, that was awful.
Looks like I'm not the only one after that fossil. This is gonna be fun.
That's like the sound it makes when your like daily rewards in a free-to-play game like refresh.
Or like if you're playing Mario Tennis and like you hit the ball out of bounds.
Look at this. This is ridiculous.
And why is she free climbing? Like she doesn't have like ropes at all.
Everything about this is terrible.
Yeah. Why wouldn't she tell her teammates? Why wouldn't she tell the government agency she works for?
Why wouldn't she like kind of Hulk her way up the mountain and scale it?
Or, you know, I know you're not supposed to use Power Rangers powers, but if she could basically fly up there if she morphed. I don't know. Also, she's already learned the lesson of not trying to do everything herself a few times, so it's like regressing her character.
Did you read this story about Zoe's brother?
That guy is crazy brave. He climbed Honnold Peak to get that fossil.
That line was nothing, but the way he delivered it, that guy is crazy brave.
I don't know she was going up there.
Who?
Zoe.
Zoe's going up the peak?
Oh no, Zoe!
Nice fossil, so she's trying to get him another one. Zoe, come in, Zoe.
Conveniently,
No
her
answer.
communicator
She
slash
could be in
morpher got
trouble.
destroyed.
It's windy, but this jackrabbit knows how to fly.
Good idea.
Yeah,
It's
Jack.
too windy for a helicopter, but not too windy to scale the side of the mountain with a helmet.
Yeah. And honestly, yeah, that seemed difficult, but like she's not a professional climber and she did it. So like no one goes up there, no one's been up there but him? Like
Yeah.
Where is it?
And I want to know what he did to break his arm and not just like fall off the side of that.
right,
never be heard
but
of
or if you
again.
broke up how are you gonna climb down one arm? Like wouldn't you have had to get choppered down or something? Okay, this is okay. Everything is marked out. So did he do all this himself? And if not, he could have sent somebody else. Like
All right.
it's just like a normal site, you know? Like
Awful.
yeah. Oh, look, there's tons of
Just
bones there.
one little
It makes
piece.
no sense.
Perfect.
He was all the way up there and he just took one claw.
Oh, Zoe.
I don't. Yeah. That's amazing
That was
didn't
great.
kill her.
She deserved it. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Oxy,
I like that the laser
What are you
is just
doing?
kinetic force, though. It just
Same thing
pushes her.
you
There's
are.
no heat
Thanks for
whatsoever.
getting away.
Yeah, it's like the optic blast from Cyclops.
What?
Depending on who's
No.
drawing it, yes.
Ugh.
All right, I'm not gonna
Just what
lie.
I need for
I
power.
do love this next
Hey,
part.
robot,
Coming down.
Where they all just swing down, like, and he
Yeah.
kicks her, or okay.
Yeah. Oh, we got here in 5 minutes because you know we're Power Rangers and we decided to not
Yeah.
be dumb.
Understatement.
You weren't answering, so we brought you a comm.
Yeah. And it wouldn't be like personal gain to be like there's a scientific discovery up there. It's worth
Yeah.
us looking into.
You know not to mess with poisonous plants.
Activate beast power.
Dun, 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 dun. I love in almost every iteration of Power Rangers, but especially this one, they always seem irritated with calling their henchmen. Like she's like, "Ugh, Tronics! Like I know you're gonna stink, and it's not worth calling you, but I gotta."
You're gonna be a big distraction, and we're gonna have a good fight. But you know, once again, Steel coming in clutch.
That was awesome.
Sideswipe. Yep.
Wow! Again with the flipping. That last episode there was a lot of good flipping too.
Transport.
Let's end
Oh.
this. Guns.
Yeah. There you go.
The DNA scanner. Oh, well, I got what I came for. Later, losers.
You had it earlier. You could have just.
But yeah, for a minute she thought she could win the fight, and then she's trying to
important thing is
like,
your
oh,
safety.
I
let's
didn't want
get
to
out of
fight
here.
anyway.
Hold on.
Now that she's
There's
losing.
just one thing. Mike needs a new sample. That'll do.
Oh, thank God! There's another claw in this
Uh,
giant entire carcass of.
I feel like taking the pieces off is actually bad science. Like, don't you want to keep it intact as much as possible?
is fully restored. It's time to destroy humanity.
See, I would have liked if they put this like before the Dino crossover, and this could have been used for his Super
Yeah.
Mega Zord.
Agreed.
I'm still working on it, but I swear it'll be the most destructive Gigatron ever.
Excellent.
I've heard that before.
Meanwhile, I have something
It also
that can
could have been a
stop
way,
using half the time it
instead of
takes
having
me to
them
make one of
randomly
your
kind of connect with
contraptions.
Keeper and all the Dino Charge Rangers, like they're
What you got?
some of them at
Consultants.
least.
This
Yeah,
one is
yeah,
next
exactly.
level. Watch this.
All right, this part's pretty great.
Scrazzle. You know what to do.
I thought the DNA machine was destroyed when she became the plant version of herself.
Don't
They rebuilt it, I think.
Was it destroyed though, or am I misremembering?
Or maybe she destroys it after this, so Blaze can't.
Oh. Oh yeah, I think maybe.
Oh, it overpowered it and it destroys it.
Okay, I forgot it didn't happen yet.
No,
no,
it didn't.
We don't know what we're talking about as usual.
No, yeah. That looks awesome.
How do you like me now? I feel stronger already.
Whatever that DNA was, it's powerful, all right.
Yep.
Oh, there you go. Okay.
My system. No, my beautiful machine.
That I can't rebuild.
It's irreplaceable.
Yeah, it looks like just somebody put some cables on it. It'll be okay.
Machine, we can't be regenerated. If the Rangers destroy us, that's it. We're gone.
Maybe that's a problem for you. But with my new power, I'm not afraid of the Rangers.
Good. Go to the city and destroy them while I prepare for the obliteration of
Look at Scrozzle crying in the background. I didn't notice that. He's like, see him?
Blaze, let me fill my canteen with Morphex and I'll meet you there.
Yeah.
I like the in-sync, like, opposing
Yeah.
kind of teleportation.
It's almost like an angry choreography.
Yeah.
What was so
He's been
important?
drinking green tea for the last 8 hours waiting.
Yeah, he has to pee so bad, but he wouldn't leave.
I have something for you.
Oh, it's the exact
Is this
same thing.
real? How did you get this?
I climbed Honnold's Peak.
You
and
went up
Excuse
there?
me.
Are you
I read the
crazy? You
newspaper
shouldn't
like
have.
everyone
Yeah.
else in town, and I was the only one who went up there to get pieces of
Right.
dinosaurs.
And also, why is she crazy to climb when you did it as well? And you got hurt and she didn't, so
The Vulturesaurus is a new species.
unfortunately named, but yes.
You're the best sister ever.
Thanks.
There's still people working on those Batman Begins platform
Sorry,
things in
I
the
gotta go.
background. I guess maybe just
But
every day they have a different thing set up for people to work
Thanks
on.
to you, I have something
Maybe.
much better than luck.
It's how they figure out who to kick out when they're at capacity.
Oh, like somebody has to leave, everybody spar.
Yeah. Like, all right, everybody get a pillar. Up, you're out.
Right.
Like, whoever loses gives up the controller.
We were hoping you could help us with a fun little
Excuse
game
me.
called Who
Fun.
Can Wipe Out the Most Rangers. My money is on neither of you. Smart for time.
It's a good bet considering neither
My
of them.
money? Neither. No deal.
Yeah.
Devin's not as tough because he's not wearing his shirt. That's why we know he's going to fail.
Oh no.
He's not at full cheetah capacity.
That's true. That's the fail flag that they shouldn't have telegraphed.
There we go.
They know it.
Do
Yeah.
you recognize me, Zoe? Your brother's fossil's about to make you.
Yeah, I just saw you morph.
Find the dino
Yeah, what?
Do you recognize me? Oh man, where'd Roxy go?
You're mine, Red.
Like in
it's weird because
potentially Sentai footage?
what's that?
I said like, oh, that's for sure Sentai footage. Sorry, what were you gonna say?
I was gonna say like the fights in this aren't bad, and the Roxy's powered up monster form isn't bad, but because the plot line is so kind of plot holy and not that interesting to me.
Yep.
Like I'm not super invested in this fight. Like there's nothing wrong with it, but I'm sort of like yeah, and so what? What's gonna happen? Like what are they even fighting for? They're just fighting to see who will win, basically.
Yeah. I like the coils.
Yeah, I do like the coils.
Just try and break my grip.
Activate B6 mode.
Oh, forget it.
Oh,
Now-
MacGuffin armor.
Beast Blast.
Oh, he's gonna pull like a dumpster out of the side of the building and throw it at you.
Not for much longer.
She's gonna grab every nail that's below the concrete and just
Giant rebar. Ah!
You're losing your touch.
like kunai.
Yes. That's
That
kind of
was
cool.
great. Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, the fighting and I just feel like it's wasted on this episode.
Yeah.
Is what I guess.
The Sentai footage is definitely better than the American in this.
Yeah.
All right, that looks
And
pretty cool.
it's also pretty cool that she could size up herself, gigantify herself.
and like upgrade herself even
Commander,
more.
Are you seeing this?
Yeah.
Copy that, Robbie. We're deploying Zords now. Devin is still fighting Blaze, so you four need to take out Giant Roxy.
Roger that.
Giant
Leaving
Roxy.
now. Let's do it. You're not kidding around. My skills are no joke.
Plus, I'm totally juiced up on more effects. I mean, it's basically like steroids for me and speed and yeah.
There he is. Old Faithful.
Position. Beast X King Ultra Zord, combine.
KUZ. You always know you're getting towards the end of the show or the season when they just always jump to the final formation.
Or if all of the Zords are out in like some Zord combination where nobody's left out, you're like, those are all gonna lose. In no world do all of those win that fight.
I'll activate our energy shields. All mine.
Alright, that's pretty great.
That is cool. Yeah. Yeah. It's a weird balance of good fighting.
3 minutes of awesome and 10 minutes of head scratching. Why is that happening?
Now's our chance to finish this monstrosity. Say goodbye, fake Roxy.
Fake Roxy.
Beast X King, Ultra Strike.
And Devin's not here, so we don't have a weird
cheated
blaster
piece
to
left.
do this.
Yeah. Makes this fight makes sense. I feel like there's a lot of pressure when you're a monster on one of these shows. Like, when you get big, you got to think about what you want to say when you die, because they always live long enough to say something, and some get off a funny one-liner, and others are just like, no. Like, that was not a good way to go out.
You let them destroy Roxy? You know I don't have the parts to repair the robot maker?
So you can't build another
Why are you
Roxy?
giving info?
Scrozzle.
Scrozzle. Oh. Come on, Scrozzle. I like you, but that was intel to the enemy that was unnecessary. You teleported in just to give Devin
Wait until you hear what I just
intel.
learned. And then they freaked and teleported away.
So, Robo Roxy's really gone for good?
Scrozzle seemed pretty certain.
Wow. The real Roxy will be happy to hear that. Hey. you
Only
okay,
she was
Zoe?
here,
Yeah.
around.
Thanks to you guys. Today, I made the same mistake as Roxy. After I destroyed Mike's fossil, I thought, I'm the girl
Excuse
who
me.
solves big problems. I could just go get a new one all on my own.
I can just get a priceless piece of dinosaur fossil all over again, because I'm a strong, independent ranger who don't need no help.
A lot different.
I mean, if she's going to do that, she should have morphed.
We've always got your back.
I'm the guy in the background.
It's
I'm
good to
doing
know
an
that I
exercise.
can You guys are the best.
Here comes brother.
Zoe,
Oh, hi, Mike.
How did your interview go?
I got the scholarship.
Hey!
What? Oh my gosh, all it cost you was a broken arm and 3 days of crippling stress.
Here comes Mike Reeves.
Your arm's okay. Whatever.
I'm lucky to have such a determined sister. But please don't do something like that again, or I'll tell Mom.
Okay.
But again, he did it.
That was the worst threat I've ever heard. Don't do it again, or I'll tell Mom.
I get what they're going for, kind of like funny sibling stuff, but it just didn't land.
and snug.
Our pup will be no problem.
I actually
Now that we
don't
got him in
hate
his
this
donkey
next
crate.
bit.
You know,
I think I do, but I don't remember what
You
happened.
probably will. I definitely do.
Oh, yeah.
Search and rescue, piloting.
Pickles has done it all. Right now, he's retired.
That is some great face acting. The actor did a good job, but I just still hate that
Stole my hot dog.
gig.
What? He wouldn't do that.
Pickles is a good boy.
Also,
Never.
if you remember the beginning of the episode, Pickle stole food, and they go, look, he's stealing food again. So they're either lying or forgetful.
He's right there.
No, they're in denial.
Look at this! What is happening? He's got thumbs?
Yep, you're right. We owe you a new hot dog.
That might be the worst joke in the entire series.
No, not even close.
Yes, because it's not the worst. Hold on, let me turn this off. It's not the worst Ben and Betty joke. Because, okay, fine, they had this dog, they got sprayed, whatever. Like, we've seen much worse and we've seen better. Like, that's not the issue. The issue is, and the issue isn't Devin and his freezing. Like, I don't love that. The issue is the dog, a normal dog, not a robot dog, not a sentient dog, not a Morphex special dog. The normal dog stole the food and didn't just eat it like a dog would, brought it back to his kennel. If the hot dog was on the plate perfectly and he was chomping it, supremely unlikely, but within the realm of possibility for comedic sake, that he somehow got it and he's like, chomp, chomp, chomp. But he had the ketchup in his hand. Dogs don't have hands. They have paws. They're like this. They have no thumb. It's physically impossible for a dog to hold it. Even if the dog could somehow hold it with two hands, but no, he's holding it with one. And he's carefully putting it on the hot dog. And then when they go, what are you doing? He has the wherewithal to turn it around and squirt them intentionally.
Yep.
It's like he's a Looney Tunes character. It makes no sense.
Would you like to hear my just gruntily reasonable explanation for it?
You could give me this explanation and I will not accept it. Go ahead.
Usually don't anyway, but
I'm gonna give you a one shot for this ridiculousness.
Since it's the general's dog, and if there's somebody who knows dogs, it's the big dog himself. If it's the general's dog, we can assume that he is done experimenting on dogs with human DNA, similar to how the humans have been experimented on with animal DNA.
So your explanation is that the general is performing illegal genetic testing on animals.
First of all, we do not know it is illegal in the realm of Power Rangers Beast Morphers, but it's frowned upon. Second of all, we could say that it is a sentient dog that runs around and steals food because it is more cognizant than your average dog, and his advanced...
Wait. All dogs will run around and steal food. They don't need to be sentient or advanced.
No, but he seems to be a little craftier. They're making him out to be craftier.
Crafty how? He just ran up and grabbed it. That's what any dog would do.
In that instance, but before he was running around and we don't know what he was doing off screen.
We didn't see him do anything extraordinary that any normal dog couldn't do and hasn't done.
I will take
until
that.
He grew a thumb, apparently.
I will take that over every episode we've gotten with a horribly CGI'd triple backflip.
I hate that. I hate that horribly CGI triple backflip. I hate this more.
I don't, for whatever reason. Part of the reason, I think, is because of how frustrated you are.
Because I've kind of come to terms with, like, there's some certain cartoony things to do with Ben and Betty that I don't like. But the idea is supposed to be, well, they're slipping and falling, and they're just exaggerating that, because somebody could slip and fall, and they're trying to make it funnier. A dog can't hold ketchup. A dog wouldn't hold, like, in this world. Again, if they want to make it different and make this be the super smart dog and establish that, fine. But he's just a regular dog. We don't see him again. It's not a thing. And they didn't say, oh, our father's special dog that he experimented. It's why? And like the joke is enough that Devin has the goofy face and the dog steals the hot dog. And they can even make Ben and Betty like try to catch him and slip and fall in a vat of ketchup. I don't care. They have all the pieces they need for their joke, however they want to do it. And they're like, no. What if the dog is like, you know what? Here's the thing. Shut up. Here's what the only way they could have maybe saved it. And I still might have hated it, but I would have been like, all right, if they leaned into it harder and said they open up the thing and he's got like sunglasses on and like his dog friends are there and music's playing and it's like and it's like a dog party and he's like, yo, what's up? It's me, the dog. I'm eating it. Get out of here, Zonk. Didn't you know that I'm super smart? Ba-doop, ba-doop, boop. I'm a dog and I fart. Like, then, okay, they're going crazy for it, and this super absurdist joke. What are you looking at? What is going on?
Letting your rant be over because I don't care. I loved it. It was super dumb. It was
super dumb.
I'm not condoning the logic. I laughed both the first time and this time, and that's what they were going for. And so they succeeded. And I get even more joy out of it because of how much distress it has caused you in trying to figure out dog paw physics and abilities.
I can accept that that you don't think it's the worst joke. But I have a hard time accepting that it doesn't bother you at all. That you're like, that's fine.
It really doesn't. If it did, all of that went away when I saw your face.
Sure, but that's, and we've established that one of us gets angry or frustrated, the other just finds it funny. But you weren't upset to begin with. Like if you were kind of like, that's a stupid joke, I don't like it, and then it went away. But you never thought it was a stupid joke.
Maybe the first time I did, but to be honest, when I watched these episodes the first time, it was honestly to get to the finale.
Yeah.
And this time, just taking it as it is, the plot holes are just as plot holey, and the good moments are good and the bad moments are bad. And this one, out of all the dumb stuff that they've done, I just didn't let this one bother me, whether I meant to or not.
How do you feel about the episode as a whole?
C+ because of the Sentai footage.
I am saying C- because of the Sentai footage. I'd have to go back and watch some season 1 episodes, but I did not like this episode. I didn't like the general idea of the plot was kind of not super interesting. It could have been.
It was bad.
But like the brother came in and like it was just a series of like it felt like people are doing things because they are written to do these things, not because they make any sense. And there was no real sense of drama or anything. And then like none of it made sense. And the dog thing was horrible. The Ben and Betty stuff didn't bother me. It was the dog specifically that bothered me. So I would rate this even lower. This would be like a D. Maybe worse, but the Sentai stuff, the fighting scenes and all that was very good.
Yes.
So it brings it up to a C- in my opinion.
I'm biased because I got way more joy out of the end now than I did the first time.
Well, you can't put that in what you think of the episode, though. I mean,
it was a C. Like I hate to say it. There's the more I nitpick it, the lower it'll go. But like my biggest thing, and part of this is probably behind the scenes production. Don't bring up dinosaur stuff after you do dinosaur stuff and not reference any of the other dinosaur stuff.
I agree. And it should have come earlier, and they didn't have to have any of those actors be in it, but they could have tied the plot thread to it. Like you said, have this
I
DNA
learned about dinosaurs when we were in the dinosaur world, blah, blah, blah. Like
but your better idea was that the DNA from this goes into the Megazord monster that he built. Like that would have made so much sense. That's a weird production decision, fine, whatever. But like they had this was a filler episode. Well, except that Roxy died. It's weird because it's a filler. It feels like a filler episode, except they destroy Roxy. So it's like I guess they had to have it in this order because she needs to be gone for the next episodes. But it feels like it should have been whatever. But the filler of the plot of the fossil didn't necessarily have to go with the Sentai footage. They could have had this Sentai footage with a different plot at this point in the series and put the dinosaur, filler episode before or this so that it would be like, oh, it's filler, but it's hinting at what's coming up.
You had to have this episode here because she wouldn't have gotten her powers otherwise.
You could if they established this DNA earlier.
Oh,
she could always use it later. Yeah,
you're right. Yeah, I mean, I don't want to talk about it anymore because it's so forgettable and not great. Other than that phenomenal ketchup dog scene that I'll just have ingrained in my memory for eternity. But, I mean, for this episode of Beast Morphers...
That's going to be the thumbnail. That's going to be the thumbnail. That stupid dog.
All right. I've been the Big Dawg Defender.
I don't care. Dogs are stupid.
I take offense to that as a dog, as a dog member.
No, big dogs are fine. All right, I have. What did you say? I have and always will be your friend.
And Gazbot.
And Gazbot.
And to the power.
To the power. Look how we're using thumbs. Dogs can't do that. I'm gonna click the end credits.
Later. Oh, stop right there! Wait, Big Dawg, Gazbot, is that? I've messed it up.
What?
I was trying to talk right when we stop and bring up the dog joke, but I. You get a ninja steal point for my follies. I'm sorry.
Thank you. That made it all better.